And God, who needs no introduction nor explanation, took dust of the earth, and from it formed man. There was no intrinsic value, worth, or power in this dust before its enduement with God's essence. It was merely dust, mineral particles of the earth, a base for plant life and vegetation, a canvas and backdrop for the multiplicities of hues that God would plant across and upon it, in the form of trees, grass, shrubbery, cliffs and mountains, plains and valleys. It was merely dust. Minute particles that could be carried by the slightest wind into a myriad of directions were summoned together, to be conjoined, to be united into a lump, a mass of clay, a body, a unit, a whole, and became man. How is it that something as insignificant as dust can fathom itself as great? Wherein lies the arrogance of self-exaltation, the presumption of superiority that trifles with man's understanding and reason? Of his own accord, God, who needs no introduction nor explanation, took the least particle of the earth and formed it for a habitation of his own glory. His breath he breathed into valueless clay, and it became not only alive, but rich in purpose. It did not become rich in its own merits, but the infinite wealth of God abiding within the clay is and was its worth. Now I reflect upon the scores of abilities, talents, and gifts rendered unto this clay. Great and astounding feats have been accomplished at the hand of this clay called man, but it has all been possible through the life and power and presence of God, through whom and by whom we live. How great is the glory to be bestowed upon God when we fully recognize God's inexplicable power to demonstrate his own greatness through mere dust. When men return to dust from whence they came, it will be understood it was not through man's own merits, his own abilities or undertakings that the vessel of clay lived, thrived, grew, attained, or accomplished, but it was by God, who inhabited the most insignificant and obscure particle. God chose the least, and in so doing proclaims his awesome deity. Men will recognize God is great when men recognize we are but dust.